In a way, going into Marley Drug is like stepping back in time. We are a busy, independent pharmacy right here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, with a touch of the way things used to be when you could count on good service.
We've always run our pharmacy the old-fashioned way. From the time we've opened it, we've had this belief that we ought to be able to fill most medications in about 15 minutes.
So we have lots of staff to help you, maybe more than we need.
They are fast in their service.
We have comfortable chairs if you've brought the prescription with you and you're waiting till it's filled. You can also pick up your prescription at our speedy drive-thru.
I just love being here. They really take care of you, and they really care.
Most of the prescriptions we fill are for generic drugs because most pharmaceutical patents have expired. What is the number one reason we have so many prescriptions to fill every day? Probably it's our pricing policy.
Most big pharmacies base their generic drug pricing off of what the brand drug costs, bearing no relation to what it costs to the pharmacy to actually buy. And so at Marley Drug, we base all of our generic pricing on what it actually costs us to get the medication in.
A new drug can cost hundreds of millions of dollars to develop and advertise. So let's look at the cost of new brand medication. Let's say a new drug costs $300. You'll have the manufacturer's cost, all the research and development to pay back, and all the advertising it gets you to buy that drug or get your doctor to prescribe it. The pharmacy cost dispensing it to you is pretty small. Pharmacy, maybe $3. Manufacturer, maybe $297. But pricing should change when the patent expires and other manufacturers can offer the same drug. The drug is now generic and the price should come way down from that brand price. Competition from other manufacturers will bring wholesale costs way down, and the low cost of dispensing at the pharmacy hasn't risen. But many of the big chain pharmacies increased their pharmacy markup at this point. It looks cheaper to you than it was as a brand drug, but it's still way more expensive than it should be. At Marley, our pharmacy price is based on what it costs us. If it costs only a little, we add only a little markup, give our customers a big break.
So what that means is we're able to offer incredible discounts to the point that people actually question if we're doing it legitimately.
How do you know drugs are legitimate? Drugs aren't made in the U.S. much anymore, sometimes Ireland, more often India or China. So we buy through a reputable licensed distributor, and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration must approve every drug sold in the U.S. The federal prescription legend appears on every drug we dispense. This symbol, our assurance the product is legit. Marley Drug is a real store. You can come and see for yourself.
Yes, my name's Brent.
One of our pharmacists is always available.
Yes, ma'am. So you got a new medication yesterday?
Today at our store, most prescriptions are filled with our robotic dispenser. It's the most efficient way. Everything we sell is sourced from approved suppliers. Every medication FDA approved. But humans triple check every prescription.
Thank you for calling Marley Drug. This is Carl speaking. How can I help you?
We are licensed to ship from North Carolina all over the country, even to Alaska. We ship with the U.S. Postal Service, so you get your medication in about 3 days, 4 at the most. There is no charge for shipping, but we cannot ship without your doctor's prescription.
Your doctor can e-scribe it to us or fax it to us, or you can mail it to us. We'll call you to get your address, make sure it's correct.
And finally, we need to collect your payment information. Once we have all that, the staff will fill it right then, right there on site. In fact, the person that you're talking to is probably going to be the person filling your prescription.
We get calls from everywhere. We do ship to a lot of different states. And what I like hearing is the different accents.
To get started, you'll want to get this form to show your doctor, so your doctor knows about Marley Drug. In a few seconds, you can click to download it and print it out. We also have other videos about our extended supply program to save even more, and about sildenafil, equivalent to Viagra, but reasonably priced. Look for these videos on this site.
This pharmacy, it's a great local place, and they've really taken care of me. They've really helped me transition to adulthood.
From our store, we serve you in person or over the phone. So if you're near Winston-Salem, drop in. And if you're happy with your visit, let us know. As you leave, just ring the bell at the door.
Thank you!
Now for the form to print out for your doctor, you can click here.